Mr. President, can you tell us about the hacking of cabinet officials by China and the threshold of concern you have about that, sir?
Ready?
Yes.
How we get these guys in? All right. These commitments are a promising step, but we have a lot more work to do together. Realizing the promise of AI by managing the risk is going to require some new laws, regulations, and oversight. Artificial intelligence it promises an enormous promise of both risks to our society and our economy and our national security, but also incredible opportunities.
FT report that for the past decade, millions of U.S. military emails containing highly sensitive information have been misdirected to Mali due to a typo with .ml instead of .mil. A Dutch tech entrepreneur who's been managing the country domain has been warning about this for the past decade, and control over that domain returns to the Malian government on Monday. They're a Russian ally, so what is the administration doing to deal with this issue and prevent our sensitive military data from potentially falling into the hands of a Russian ally, and how is this allowed to go unaddressed for the past decade despite warnings?
I would first point you to our colleagues at the Department of Defense. This is really more for them to speak to. As I understand it, they have now for quite some time have in place a tool that stops outbound emails that don't have the .mil at the end from going. There's not a huge amount that they can do for people sending emails into the .mil domain.
Is there no limit on how low you will go to break the faith and trust which this committee is supposed to operate, all to placate the whims of some who, I might add, in looking historically, do not ever vote for appropriations bills? You are negotiating with terrorists.
Well, I think we all agree that nobody should be, quote, dictated to, and we're not doing that. That's why we had 3 days of intensive discussions. And I think if you ask Xie Zhenhua, he'll tell you there was zero dictation. Nor, I think if you asked Director Wang Yi and Vice President Han, as well as any of the interlocutors we were talking to, they would tell you that there was no dictation here. There was a clear exchange of ideas. If anything is dictating, it is the science. All of us should be informed by and compelled by the level of the science that is coming back at a more rapid rate by the day.